This is an insanely powerful, and it's only actually one day. What's going on, guys? My name is Dave Schuttler. I'm 42 years old, father of a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old at the time of this video. Former Secret Service, been in plenty of magazines, and been in the fitness and health space for about 20 plus years. And now I help guys and dads specifically lose the bloat, lose the belly, and ultimately fix a lot of digestive issues. But most importantly, just get back to that really energetic, confident self that you were at one point in your life, all right? And sustain it. That's the most important thing. Now today, what I want to talk to you about, again, if you haven't actually subscribed to this channel, please do it. Hit the button or whatever. Lots of content coming out like this video that can ultimately help you improve, not just like, the food and stuff like that, really improve your health on a deep, deep level, okay? So when we think about health and fitness, like a lot of people just think about macros and training, and that's like very, very base level. I want to talk to you about something that can completely transform your idea of health. So that's what we're going to talk about today. This is the Zen Cleanse 1, okay? This is an insanely powerful, and it's only actually one day. So it's not like you have to do this for, a week or a month. And it's a very, while it's very powerful, it's very gentle, okay? This is something, I want to go through this with you today, that this is something that I would recommend somebody doing. Especially if you're massively overweight and you have just been not very active and things like that as well, I wouldn't necessarily start with something like this. I would give yourself, 1, 2, 3 months of actually following a good nutrition program, starting to just add some basic quality supplementation in, and then putting something like this in. But if you have been training for a long time, if you have been doing a lot of the right things, if you have been going to the gym, if you have been eating well, and you have a lot of the lifestyle things in place, this would be an amazing complement to what you're already doing. Now, the only downside of this, and if you do have one thing that people are gonna basically look at and be like, oh wow, that's crazy. This kit is about $250, and then you add shipping onto it, is about $25, $30 for shipping, okay? Because it's made in Taiwan, okay? Now, the crazy thing is, these are ultra fermented whole food enzymes, okay? And these have been fermented for 3 years, okay? And supposedly they're preyed upon and blessed by, I don't know. It's some pretty crazy stuff. So you got to read about it. But guys, I'm 42. Like I said, I've been detoxing and doing a lot of internal work on myself, especially for the last 3 to 4 years. And I've gotten rid of things I had a lot of mold and some other issues like heavy metals and stuff like that. So I've been going through a lot of this process to get rid of these things. Now, I decided to add this in because somebody I follow recommended it, and I was like, cool, I'm all in. I saw some photos of the stuff that was coming out of people. I watched some videos, I watched some testimonials, and I was like, done, I'm sold. So just to put it in perspective, so this box, it comes in this nice box, right? And it comes with 3 of these bottles, which this stuff, it's called ambrosia. It tastes like, it's just liquid, the fermented enzymes, but liquid version. It tastes like soy sauce, but a sweeter soy sauce. It's not bad, especially for the first few times that you add it into your water, but it's not great, all right? After a few times, 2-3 times, by the afternoon, you're like, man, I'm sick of drinking this shit, right? It's the only downside of this whole thing is like, it comes with sachets. So in this box, so there's about 8 different sachets, and it has you take these at various times throughout the day. All right, and they have different flavors. So they have, let me read it to you. So they have a cacao flavor, which isn't bad. They have a plum flavor, which is actually pretty good. And then they have an oat flavor. So you do these different flavors so that it's kind of repetitive. So there's about 3 packets of the cocoa or cacao, 2 packets of the plum, and then 3 of the oat, okay? The plum is by far the best just because it's also like the lightest. By the afternoon, evening, like I didn't get bloated or anything from it. I spaced everything out pretty well, and it tells you exactly how to take them throughout the day along with this stuff. So just about every 30 minutes to an hour, like you're drinking water with whether it's this or one of the packets. And you know, it just, for me, just because I've been working on myself for a long time, it just became like, all right, like let's get this over with type of thing. I thought I was gonna have a bowel movement like maybe that day on Saturday, that day that I did this, but I didn't. The only 2 times I felt like I felt some discomfort in my stomach. At 6 p.m., I had like a really sharp pain in my lower abdominals, and then 7 p.m., I had a really sharp pain as well, like very similar. And that was it. I actually just was able to like walk it off, and it just went away. The next morning, so if you are watching this and you do not want to see like the aftermath, like what has came from this, doing this cleanse in terms of like bowel movements, do not watch the rest of this. Like shut it off. Like if you have a sensitive stomach, skip to the next part, whatever. You're about to see like what I, let go of. So in terms of like, when I show you this stuff, this is called mucoid plaque, okay? Mucoid plaque is the very dangerous stuff that, or not, I shouldn't say like dangerous in a way, but it's the stuff that is not serving us, all right? Think about as we eat food over the years and years and years, things get stuck to our colon and our intestines inside, all right? And we want to ultimately, like I'm telling you right now, even the healthiest person, and this is why I tell you this, you can eat the best diet, you can do all this stuff, you're still gonna have things that are going to like stick with you and just like create toxicity and be breeding grounds for parasites and things that pathogens that we don't really need, right? So what I want you to think about is if you get rid of that, and trust me, like when I did this on Saturday and today is Monday, my like mental clarity, energy, like digestion, like it's at least 10x'd. Like I can tell you right now, I feel way lighter. I feel way better. I've had 2 bowel movements already, like one in the morning on Sunday and then one in the morning, which is typical for me. And they've been much bigger. As you can see, like in these photos, it's disgusting. Like it's absolutely disgusting. And this stuff is caked on in layers over the years. And according to the people from this company, you can do like 3 to 4 of these, over a period of time, over like a year, let's say. And like, it won't be until you do like 3 or 4 of them to where you get it down to a point where then you can just do like one of these maybe a year to just maintain that environment, all right? So I wouldn't say this is just like a one and done thing because again, years and years and years and years and years of buildup that people just have no idea about, which is like mental to me. Because just think, if you get rid of that like mucoid plaque and you're able to like free up this space, and just think of everything that will improve, Like I can just feel it already from just doing it myself. And I do a lot of things really, really like well, like in terms of eating well, sleeping well, drinking distilled water, all that stuff. So the only thing that I would say after all those things is it's essentially like all day, one day, and then the next day is like you do 2 servings of this in the morning, and that's it, all right? I would recommend, like, you're just drinking water and the product for that one day on Saturday. On Sunday, what I did was I basically fasted. I did this in the morning, my servings of this. I fasted until about 1 or 2 p.m. So I fasted for about 40 hours total when we talk about like doing this, and then just this and then water. And then I had juice. So I had some juice, and then like some apple and beet juice and some green juice. And then literally I was like, man, like my wife was making like guacamole and all kinds of stuff over the weekend. It was like, oh my God, like I'm actually getting really hungry. So I tried to put it off for as long as I could. And what I did on Sunday was I waited till about, we ate 6:30 in the evening. I ate some salmon, had some rice, had some veggies. That was the only meal I ate for the day to break my fast. And then this morning, I just went back to my normal like routine, right? And I had another bowel movement this morning. So I've had 2 total so far. So I'm guessing, you know, my normal bowel movements are gonna be back, but I'm guessing some of this is gonna just be carried over from, I'm just gonna be getting rid of more plaque over the next few days, which is cool. I mean, it's just like, let's get rid of as much as I can. I mean, it's very, like for me, this was very like transformational in terms of just seeing what came out of me. It's the most stuff that I've ever seen. Absolutely disgusting, guys, but like, and it smells just like, the smell is way more than like any bowel movement you've ever had, right? So again, this is only going to benefit you long-term from how you feel, how you function, how you perform, how you actually absorb maybe nutrients as well. And I highly recommend it. There's other ones that this company makes, like for the liver and things like that. I'm definitely gonna be doing the liver one probably in the next month or 2, so I'll do another video on that. But this is essentially gonna be a major part of just my process in general over, you know, every single year at least, and then clients as well, 100%. So yeah, so if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments, all that stuff I'm happy to answer. If you like this video, again, subscribe to it. And if you want to take your health to another level and, you know, lose the belly, lose the bloat, obviously get more energy, regain your energy, so you can ultimately like be the best dad and husband and just guy going into his later years as best as you can be. There's a link. You can fill out the form and all that good stuff and let me know if I can help in any way, shape, or form. You can book a free call and we'll go from there. So thanks for watching. Talk to you soon and appreciate you.